This is the horn clinic for Pottag exercise 60. This is one of the final round etudes for the 2013-14 Oklahoma All-State Ensembles. The purpose of selecting this exercise is to determine your control, tone, rhythmic stability, and musical phrasing. They are looking for a principal horn here, somebody that can solo. I'm going to give you some tips regarding the effective execution of this etude. Hopefully, this will give you the edge you need to be selected for this year's All-State Honors Group. With this particular exercise, it is imperative that you use a metronome and practice subdivision in order to assure an accurate performance. The importance of subdivision can't be addressed enough. What I would recommend is taking a nice, comfortable tempo. I'm going to set it for no subdivision. This is around 70, and I would practice the various subdivisions in this. Eighth notes, so forth. Then 16th notes. Then followed by triplets. Make sure that your triplets are even. A lot of times I hear students play triplets and the first note is slightly longer than the others, and it gives almost a quasi 8th note to 16th notes feel. One of the things that may help you, it sounds a little bit silly to do this, but it does work, is think of a common 3-syllable word like Mexico or blueberry, and think of that timing of that 3-syllable word. So forth. Then we have 16th note triplets. So if I select my subdivision, my 8th note subdivision, a 16th note triplet occurs right on an 8th note. So I'm going to be playing an 8th note and 16th note triplets. If you want to, instead of doing single tongues, for better facility, if you wish to do double tongue or triple tongue, strictly up to you. And then finally at the end we have a sextuplet. You could think of this as 2 groups of 3. I'll do that again. Or if I had the subdivision on triplets, 2 of these notes to every one of the triplet. I would practice several of these rhythms in close proximity. Something like that. anything that you can get the relationship of the different subdivisions. Select a comfortable tempo to do this. Next, what I would do, I would practice this exercise with subdivisions. Every note would be subdivided. For instance, the dotted eighth sixteenth at the beginning, I would default that to straight sixteenths. When you have longer notes, such as quarters or longer, I would default to a steady stream of eighth notes. Notice a couple of times on the dotted eighth sixteenths, I defaulted to an eighth note and played the 16th note halfway in between the second half of one beat and the first beat of another. This is called the halfway system. I'll demonstrate this again. Regular sixteenths. Dotted eighth sixteenth, halfway in between the clicks. Or we could have the complete subdivision of sixteenths, 3 and 4. But mainly, the main thing is to make sure that you have incredible stability on your subdivisions. One other thing as far as execution, you have a mark here that is a little bit confusing. This is a slur with a dot. Literally translated, it's an articulated slur, which would probably mean legato. But being that this mark comes from string technique, where all 3 or 4 of these notes would be taken with the same bow motion, with a little bit of a push. So if you want to really have a nice execution of this, play it legato with the slightest bit of a push, not much. That gives you a really nice style. As we get to the end of the exercise, we have an ascension to the high B flat. Be sure when you play this passage that you have enough energy for the B flat. Even though the note is written high in the staff or above the staff, and you're thinking about elevating as you go up, it's better to think about the upper notes that are written high as actually being more out in front of you. Like the third line B flat is here, and then the D is here, and then the F is here, and then your final B flat is way out in front of you about an arm's length, so that you are reaching for the air. If you need any additional help to get that note, all you need to do as you use the additional air excuse me, is think the syllable oo. Very similar if you were going to whistle. If you put your hand in front of you, you will readily feel the difference in the wind contact. A lot faster air, a a lot more air direction, and we'll do that when we play. I will also make sure that I will direct the airstream right down the middle of the mouthpiece so it's in perfect alignment with my lead pipe. I don't want to bend the air down as I go high. Bum, 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 bum. Some people do that, some people teach that way, but that's not the best solution. I'll demonstrate. It creates a little resistance, and that way some people can make the B flat by almost a squeezing motion, but that's not the most satisfactory. Keeping it in a straight line. If you need any help, think ooh as you go up, so that your aperture is more like a camera shutter. It will open you up. You'll be able to use a lot more energy in getting the note out, and it's a lot easier. So, let's hear what this exercise is like in its entirety.